Today we're talking about The Quiet Place, and what better way to do that than to simulate it in real life.
The rules are we have 5 minutes to run around and escape him. He can tag us in and freeze us, but someone else can run in and unfreeze us.
You're grabbing my balls!
That was really fast.
Hey there, boys and girls. Welcome to the Didn't Hate a Movie podcast. I'm your host, Josiah Burnett, and I'm joined with my co-host.
Louis, DAI.
Yeah, that's his name. You got it legally. Legally. Today, I need everyone to be very quiet.
Yeah. Silence is not enough. If they hear you, they will hunt you.
They will come. Look, we're talking about the Quiet Place movies today.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them, two of them. Because that's all there is right now.
Yeah, currently, as of this filming date.
Yeah, so I know in the future us is looking at this like there's 16 different franchises.
Yeah, we're 30 years old, still single, still doing this podcast.
I'm already 30 years old, still single. But anyways, yeah, whoops. But looks like we're in the future. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about Quiet Place and the special place they have in our heart.
That special quiet place.
And how quiet they are, actually. So yeah, let's get into it. We are gonna talk about the first Quiet Place movie.
Really solid. I really like this.
It's a John Krasinski classic.
Yeah. Oh, old Jim. Not the Asian one.
Not Asian Jim.
Yeah.
This is old white Jim. Yeah.
Old white Jim.
Old white Jim. Yeah. So he directed this.
Yeah. Did he write it too?
I think so.
Apparently,
go for it.
It's a metaphor for parenthood.
You know, it comes off as one, honestly, because the relationships in this movie is really good and really key, honestly, I feel like.
If that is what parenthood's like, not for me.
Count you out. He's created this little oasis in this like dark world for his kids, but you know, the opening to that movie.
Yeah, one of them gets snatched up.
Oh my gosh. Also, yeah, so there will be spoilers because these movies are old at this point, so shame on you if you haven't seen
We're
them.
30 years old.
Yeah, we're in the future after all, so.
Yeah, really solid. It shows that how scary parenthood is. No matter how hard you try, your kids are going to get snatched up.
That's true. And you have a great cast.
Yeah.
You have John Krasinski himself.
John Tron.
Yeah,
John Krasinski.
I wish John Tron was in this. That'd be amazing.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, his wife.
Yeah.
In the
Actual
movie
wife.
and in real life. Yeah.
The deaf girl.
Yeah, and I remember when it came out, a lot of people were like, yeah, it's a movie about disability. And I'm like, I don't know if it's about disability.
Not really.
Yeah, but it uses like a very cool character thing.
Yeah, like her being deaf like plays into the plot, and they use her sign language to their advantage.
Yeah, and then another thing I really like about the first one is there's a lot of mystery as to what's going on and how it all happened.
Yeah, like and they don't really focus on the mystery. It's more just about that family. We only see like glimpses of John like with the cork board and strings and like, are they aliens? Did they come from the earth?
Yeah.
Am I Asian?
Am I Asian, Jim? And then he's making this device for her for like her hearing aid. She's got like one of those implant things.
Yeah.
And apparently he figures out how to stop them, kind of.
He figures out how to stun them.
Yeah.
They hear real good.
And then the shotgun's the way to stop it. That's how you stop them.
Yeah, permanently.
Yeah, which is, by the way, most things.
A shotgun solves most problems. I feel like we shouldn't say that on YouTube.
Burn, 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 burn. I feel like we've already been taken off immediately. Yeah, no, in the monster world, I would say, you could go worse.
Only in the monster world.
Only in the monster world. That's
no other world.
No other world, okay? Okay, kids? But yeah.
Kids.
All right, kids. And it's also a short movie. It's like an hour and a half.
It felt long, but in a good way.
In a good way, yeah, because it feels like a journey.
Yeah.
You know, from the moment it opens, and you know, one of them kids get snatched.
Yeah, like it's really suspenseful. You're pretty much on the edge of your seat the whole time, like, oh, I'm making noise.
Yeah, it's 90 minutes long, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And it's also has a very small budget,
17 million. Wow.
So that's awesome. Made 341 million.
What is that like? We're bad at 50 times the budget?
We're gonna do the little math thing here.
Wait, hold up. So
20
20 times the budget.
Wow, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is that? That's a lot.
A lot of time. A lot.
A lot of time.
That's at least more than 4.
Yeah, I do like on languages on the Wikipedia, the most official source you can find. It does say the languages is English and American Sign Language.
Yeah.
So
they do use a lot of sign language.
There's a fair amount of sign
language. A lot of reading.
And I will say, my first time watching this movie in theaters, in a theater in Memphis, it's kind of hard because people just got to talk. Okay.
Yeah, it's the hood. People are gonna talk.
I'm not even talking about race. I'm just talking about class. Okay, I got to cut this whole thing out because I'm just saying, like, the first time I watched it, I couldn't hear what they were doing anyway and the sound design's so good, but I couldn't hear it because everyone was talking over. I'm gonna cut that out. I realized as soon as it said Memphis that that's not gonna make the cut.
If I'm editing this, it's going in.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to make sure this one's all me.
That's a fifth floor problem.
Not in my house.
But yeah, so the first one's just really tight storytelling.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like it kind of falls apart at the end with the whole, but I like it.
I don't think it does, because like even at that end, they keep it down to just one monster. Like,
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot happens, but that's what adds on to the suspense. Like the nail in the stairs.
Yeah.
They're all split up. Is it the first one where they're stuck in the silo?
No, yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, got to get on the door. Okay, I had a couple problems with the physics of that because, like, they're drowning in the corn, but then the heavy steel door falls and they climb on top of it.
The surface area.
That's what everyone said, but I'm also like, surface area, sure, but it's still heavy.
But the surface.
Yeah, okay, maybe so. But science fiction doesn't have to explain
Don't
physics.
question Asian Jim or White Jim.
Well, also at the end, weren't they just like sitting there in the corn at a certain point?
They had built up their surface area.
It's like energy. You can like Goku that.
They absorbed the surface area.
Yes,
of the
they
steel
touched
door.
it and it channeled through the.
I'm wider now.
They entered the avatar state of surface pressure. Yeah, so there's a couple things, and I remember like you had two camps when this one came out. You had people like us that loved it, blown away, but that was most people. I feel like, and then you had people that were like, it's overrated.
Really?
Yeah, well, with everything, you're gonna have someone.
those
Especially,
hipsters.
this was a surprise hit, I guess,
Yeah.
because a horror movie done by John Krasinski. Who knows?
Yeah, like funny people doing horror works out most of the time.
It
Jordan
really
Peele,
does.
John Krasinski.
Yeah.
They're probably more.
Yeah, so that's the first one. And funny thing about the first one, we wanted to know what it was like to be in the Quiet Place.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Can you see anything?
No, I'm pretty messed up.
How many fingers am I holding up?
This is gonna be a fun day.
All right, so the rules are we have 5 minutes to run around and escape him. He can tag us in and freeze us, but someone else can run in and unfreeze us. And if by the end of 5 minutes, if he has more than half of us, we're dead. Go.
Am I counting to 30?
Yeah, count to 30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna corner, aren't I? Oh god.
You're grabbing my balls!
That was getting really fast.
I have to dare. Alright, so I can't.
How? He grabbed my nuts!
So apparently it's really hard to catch someone when you're blindfolded. So unless you're in an actual quiet place situation where it's like a big monster, yeah, I think you're safe. Out of this round, Nathaniel's total was 0 out of like 8.
So that was Quiet Place 1. That was our rendition. That's how that goes.
That's our interpretation of that movie and Parenthood.
Yeah, in general, it's a metaphor for
Stepping on chickens.
yeah. So now we're gonna get into Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think it's called Part 2, I think it's just called A Quiet Place 2.
I'm pretty sure it's part 2. Like I'm like 76.5% sure.
John Krasinski's not necessarily in this movie. He is in a little bit.
Yeah, spoilers. It opens with a big flashback to day one.
Yeah, which is pretty
ironic.
Cool. Yeah. And I guess gonna come into play.
Yeah,
the new one.
And honestly, I kind of like that.
Yeah,
like seeing like that sort of hecticness, like the loudness of the world in the very beginning, then how it immediately gets quiet as soon as like the aliens land.
Yeah, and it's another one where the sound design is so tight.
Yeah,
and it's like you feel like it's actually going on.
Yeah. Except for that one scene kind of later on with Emily Blunt while they're running through the warehouse and the birds fly by and it's like, whoa!
Oh, yeah, that is true. There's a couple issues in both movies where I feel like the the bird sounds and the jump scares are just channeled up to like 1,000.
Yeah.
And I really don't like, that's a good example of a jump scare that I don't like because it doesn't build to the story or anything.
Yeah.
It's just
loud birds.
Yeah, and of course you're going to jump.
Yeah.
That's literally
it's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like, of course, if a bird came out at me right now, I would jump.
Yeah, like sounding like a jet engine.
Yeah, if it right down, I'm gonna bird.
What type of government pigeon is this?
Yeah, I'm gonna fight Owl Man. Okay, what's the guy from Watchmen that's like an owl?
Is it Owlman?
Is it Owlman?
Or
Yeah, I'm
Night
gonna
Owl?
fight that guy. I'm gonna fight that guy right now.
Reporting live. Tiffany Bird,
So you got the flashback that kind of establishes how it happened.
Yeah.
And then you see Cillian Murphy's character for the first time, which awesome.
Pretty good. Digimon Hansfro.
What language are we speaking right now?
Digimon Hansao.
Digimon's in there. Yeah. He's also very solid. Yes.
Yeah. Digital Monsters.
Digital Hansao.
Digimon is the champion.
Canceled. He's gonna come out.
He is frowning at us. I am not the champion.
Yeah, I pulled up a picture of him smiling, but really he's fuming right now.
He's from France?
Wow. I'm sorry.
Whoops. That African accent really
it throws you for a loop there.
I can't go to college no more.
Pretty good additions to an already pretty stacked cast. You know?
Yeah, they expanded upon the cast. We get to see more of the world, which is really nice.
Yeah. And honestly, the kids are so good.
Yeah.
The two kids that are the main characters, if you will.
Yeah.
And of course, now you have the void of the father.
Yeah.
So, but I think there's a lot of cool things they do story-wise because they have to like continue without him.
Yeah, and they have to rely on their mother a lot. And Emily Blunt, amazing.
She's awesome. Yeah. Like
was it the kid, the boy, when he gets his leg stuck in the bear trap and they have to like move off?
Yes, and they still have to be quiet, and that's what's great about the like mechanic of having to be quiet and stuff. I think they're really smart with how it works in the world. So like sometimes they'll be around like water, like in the first one, and they can be a little loud, and that's okay. And then like sometimes they're in a factory and the doors are closed, and they can be a little loud, and that's all right.
Yeah.
But if it's like anywhere outside or anywhere with a window, like you can't make a breathing sound.
Yeah,
that's how serious it is.
Yeah, because like it really makes you think like we are loud creatures.
We really are. Just in the movie theater, I will keep this part in. Just in the movie theater, you can hear people like, like you ever watch this with, sorry guys, older ladies? They will, because all the jump scares, you'll hear every emotion. It's audible.
Yeah.
You hear the laughing, the crying, the scared, all the times the birds come out at you.
Yeah, old ladies, they cannot hold it in.
They can't.
Like
they
imagine having a fart. Like, like you're trying to be sneaky, all of a sudden.
the whole room just green smoke like in the cartoons, you know? Yeah.
And a monster comes in like, ew.
Yeah, because I was gonna say we watched it as a group, the second one in the movie theater, and we went with an older lady, I should say, not old, just older, and every emotion, every thought we heard, and that's pretty powerful though, because that's the one movie that it kind of like it evokes that from.
Yeah, like a lot of emotion in these movies.
Very much.
Yeah. And Cillian Murphy's character, like his whole arc, we see him during the Day One segment too.
Yeah.
Like he was John Krasinski's character's friend, right?
Yeah, they're neighbors or something.
Yeah, and was his son also in the parade?
I think they were all playing baseball together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like seeing him like Day One and then like
Yeah.
how much he changed, it's like wow.
Yeah, and I like that there's like this little twist, if you will, like you don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, and then they reveal that he's really not a bad guy. He's just trying to survive, and you know, he didn't do as good as John Krasinski's character did, you know. But I think it's a really cool way to like dissect how people are. And I always like end of the world movies, honestly, because of that. And this is one of the most solid ones for me. And the mechanic of gotta be quiet.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. One of the things I don't think is very smart is they have to walk around without shoes on. I feel like socks would be quieter and more effective. Just put on like 3 layers of socks.
Especially the grippy socks when they send you to the asylum. I don't know this from personal history, but
No.
I'm just saying from research, like the grippy socks, that would be better than barefoot.
Yeah.
Because how many times does someone step on something sharp, Emily Blunt, in these movies?
I don't know if a grippy sock's gonna protect you from a nail.
No, but it can't hurt. It might not help, but it can't hurt that much. Well, the nail's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Either way, but all I'm saying is, some kind of something would. Yeah. Because I'm also the same way. And then, like, you know, in the first one, to go back to that one, how there's like a sand trail all the way from town. At some point, he would have had to do that barefoot.
Yeah.
Right? Because he would have to walk out into the gravel with the bag of sand on his shoulder.
And how do you quietly maneuver a bag of sand?
Multiple bags of sand, right? Have to be, because
unless you got like a really quiet truck.
You better have a quiet little wagon or something with some square wheels or something.
Square wheels.
Well, they can't wear shoes, so how are you gonna do a wheel?
I think it's just a wheel.
Yeah, but it's gonna go.
A lot of oil.
That's fair. Yeah, a lot of WD-40.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't use it. It's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think all that makes for a really tight series thus far of the 2 movies. So with that, we're gonna give you our prediction in artistic form of what Quiet Place 3 and beyond looks
will be like.
Quiet Place in space. I know that it's just Alien, but
wait, what sound doesn't travel in space?
Quiet Space.
You sold me.
Make it happen, Jim.
You know,
Asian Jim.
We can't go to space, but we can go down the hallway.
Yeah, wherever we're about to do this. Okay, here we go.
Adios.
Our monster was feeling a little bit tired after that first round, so we thought it was Lewis's turn to get the weird hat and coat on. I have no idea where the bread came from, but we did change rooms because we kept knocking stuff over. So to avoid that, we kind of went in this weird batting cage type thing. So here we are.
Alright, count down from count to 30. You might have some things to say. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 29, 29 and a quarter, 29 and a half, 29 and 3/4, 30. You're out of here. There. Ladies and gentlemen. It's so cool.
So apparently bread works better than hands, so if it's ever a situation where the monster has bread, I think we're in trouble. But yeah, Lewis did much better. Looks like he got 3 out of 8, something like that.
Yeah, we did that 3 times in a row.
We did. And
Wow.
you're welcome. We gave the people what we want. What you want.
Yeah, exactly what you wanted. You cannot complain. You have to watch it.
No, thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe or whatever you do.
Yeah, press the button.
Bye.
Adios.
Thanks for watching.